Hello and welcome back to the layout. I am working tonight here in Oak Ridge and doing a lot of the ballast and dirt work here as a foundation for scenery. And I got a question in my layout update video from Chuck Geiger about how I do some of my dirt, and I think he was probably referring to this area here. And so I just wanted to make a short video, maybe 4 or 5 minutes long, talking about some of the different products I use and how I go about putting dirt down. And so I tried here to kind of show a little bit of a progression. So you can tell here this is just the base layer of zip texturing, and so this is a plaster mix, and then I used some artist paint pigments, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of brown, and a little black, just in different ratios to create a color. And that's the base for pretty much everywhere on the layout. That's the first layer that goes down. Now the second layer that goes down, I kind of just put it right here, is I think it's low desert soil from Arizona Rock and Minerals. And I've got it here in this bag. And it's kind of a sand. Let's get that to focus there a little bit. It's like a sand powder mixture, very, very fine. I just use my hand and sprinkle that over. And then I kind of follow it here. This is another Arizona Rock and Minerals product, a little bit finer. Let's see if I can get it in the good light there. It has a little bit warmer tone to it, and so that kind of balances out. But as you can see, what it does is starts to add a little bit of texture and a little color variation to the groundwork. And then the next Arizona Rock and Minerals product I use is their I think it's their gravel paving material. This is let me get that out of the LEDs there. This is just a gray powder, again super fine, and I just sprinkle that on over the scene, and you can see kind of where my bamboo is pointing. This is going to be a gravel road here, and so I've started the process of putting that down. And another example of some work I did last night, again you can see these different colors, and the gray is just laying down the foundation where that gravel road is going to go. Again, over there you can see that gray in those different colors. And then for a little rougher dirt texture, I use this Scenic Express, what is it, the medium natural soil and dirt. Oh, there we go, the light, camera's figuring out the light here a little bit for us. That's a little bit more natural, what the scene looks like. And I'll show you over here, you can see I've put that down, and it's got a little bit rougher texture. So that's really nice in areas where you might not have a gravel road. Here's another area where I've just sprinkled that in to add a little variety. And you know, this will get covered with grass and bushes, so I'm not too concerned. But in areas where there's bare dirt, you know, I just want to have that covered. Here again, you can see how I'm using the gray to establish the foundation for the gravel road. And so yeah, the big thing I'm trying to work on is building up texture, and I'll come back and weather it all. In terms of ballast, quickly, I'm using this Scenic Express ballast, number 40. This is their blended. It's a nice gray, and then I supplement that with some yard ballast. This is the HO scale yard ballast, and then I also have the N scale yard ballast, and these I use on the shoulders. It's a little bit darker color, and then there's more blending to go here, but you can look down here. I've used those darker ballast colors to kind of differentiate between the yard tracks and the main line. Let me walk on over and I'll show you some completed dirt work just to show kind of where this is heading. All right, so now we're over here in West Fir, and here's a completed gravel road, and you can see how I've weathered that with some chalks and put multiple layers of those fine Arizona Rock and Minerals powders to kind of help bring the color out. And then over here you can also see again where I've used those different products to just create a nice blending effect. The small size of the end scale and the fine powders really make it easy to blend into your mainline ballast and your yard ballast. So the biggest thing I would recommend in terms of putting dirt down is to create your texture. Make sure you have a little bit of color variety and you're using very fine textures. And then you can always use powders and paints if need be to smooth those out. So hope you enjoyed this quick video, and hopefully it helps with your scenery. It's certainly been a learning process for me, but I just wanted to share how I do things and how I'm continuing to progress in my scenery. Thanks, guys. See you again soon.